it's me, Marley, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Let me tell you all about what I want to tell you about. Hey, it's me, Marley, with your business tip for this week. I know I've been doing a lot of social media tips, but this week I want to talk specifically about your website. I was inspired to do this video because I have encountered some of these problems with my clients, and it's something that I wish everyone knew. So here goes, tips for making your website. Whether you need a website built from scratch or a facelift for your current site, you want to create something that's modern and fresh. Whether you hire someone to do it for you or if you do it yourself, here are a few tips for making your website. Tip 1 is on hiring someone versus doing it yourself. There's a bit of a learning curve to both. You have to find the right person for you and make sure they understand and have the capability to create your vision, or you learn how to do it yourself. At the end of the day, it's really, really important to know how to use the back end of your website so that you can at least make some changes yourself. At least understand the basics. You don't want to have to pay your web designer every time you need small changes. You also don't want to be waiting on their availability to make changes for you if you can just do it yourself. If you do hire someone, here are some do's and don'ts. Do. Have control over your hosting and domain. This is so important, and this is what pretty much inspired me to make this video. I worked with clients who had another company create their website, then I was brought on to make changes when I was hired to do their SEO or their social media. And when I needed to make changes or add content, when we contacted that previous company to get their login information or the FTP or control panel, they didn't like the idea of giving up control. I have unfortunately encountered companies that were reluctant, sabotaged the situation, and even held the website hostage. Seriously, what? So keep this in your control. Your hosting is the service provider that hosts or stores your website on their servers. Without this, you're not on the internet. This is companies like GoDaddy, HostGator. Your domain is your website name, like www.marleybairdmedia.com is mine. Check it out sometime. Don't pay a web designer in full until the job is completed. It's totally fair for a designer to ask for a deposit, but if you pay them up front, they have no incentive to finish the job quickly or even at all. Do ask for examples of their previous work, and don't be afraid to ask for references. Tip 2, content. I could talk forever on this, but I'll try to condense it. Tell your story. People feel more connected to you and your business when they can see the human relationships and the emotion behind it. How many times have you heard a customer say, yeah, I chose that company because they slapped together a product and I know that they really wanted my money? Tell me what makes you passionate. Tell me why you do what you do. People love stories like that. Use images that are attractive. If you have to use stock photos, avoid cheap stock photography. If it doesn't actually add to your page, you might as well not use photos at all. Use customer testimonials. Who better to brag about how great you are than your customers? For credibility, ask to use a photo of theirs or possibly a link to their own website. Add videos, add links to social media, show them where else they can learn about you and your business. But at the end of the day, just be you. Write your content the same way that you would speak to someone in person. If you wouldn't say that to someone face to face, then you shouldn't be putting it on your website. Hey, how are ya? Go to my website, buy my stuff. Okay, thanks, bye. No, that doesn't work. Next tip, and it's a big one, your website needs to be responsive, also known as mobile friendly. Responsive means it will adapt to any kind of device, so that could be a smartphone, a tablet. You want to give your users a positive experience. With today's culture, we're often on our phones, and we have lower attention spans. So if it doesn't pique our interest quick enough, or if it's just not working, next! And then they've gone to your competitor's website, which is responsive. Sorry, but it's true. Your website shows your customers who you are and what you're about. If I have a positive experience, I'm more likely to buy from your website and use your services. Now, backing up a bit to content, I want to talk specifically about blogging and social media. You want to direct people back to your site to convert fans into customers, convert interest into sales, write blogs, increase the content on your site, share links to your website on your social media. This also increases your SEO, which brings me to my next point. SEO, search engine optimization. If you build it, they will come. true. I mean, it's there, which is the first part, but if it's not searchable on search engines like Google, then they can't find you. Having an attractive website is key, but to ensure your potential clients are able to see the website and the online presence you've built for yourself, your search engine optimization is essential. Keep this in mind when you're building a website that A, you need to include content that uses keywords that you want to show up for when people are searching you on Google, and B, you want to use a website platform that gives you lots of options for SEO. Some platforms have SEO plugins included in them. Some actually have limitations for the keywords that you can use. I had a client that wanted to rank higher for his business, and he spent all of his money creating this website on, I'm not going to name what platform because I'm not trying to bash anyone here, but this website had a built-in SEO wizard that only allowed him to put in 3 keywords. 3. Can you imagine if you had to describe your business in only 3 keywords? Let's say I have a restaurant, for example. Let's come up with 3 keywords. Well, restaurant is a keyword, and the city I'm located in is a keyword, and the type of cuisine is a keyword. Oh, but what about all the items on the menu? And the specials, and the date nights, and the family-friendly meals, and the awards we've won, and if we cater, and if we deliver, and if we're a party venue, and what landmarks we're close to? Do you see what I mean? You can't put that into 3 keywords. There is so much that your ideal customers are missing out on if you can only rank your website under 3 keywords. Search engine optimization does require some work, on-page and off-page SEO, research, keyword analysis, not only to maximize the number of visitors that come to your website, but to bring quality visitors to your website. You want your website to show up in the right place for the right customers. So next tip, research the hosting company and the website platforms that you are going to use. Personally, I love GoDaddy and WordPress. I build all my websites on WordPress, and I love GoDaddy's customer support. Some people have their own opinions, but I love that I can call GoDaddy at 3 o'clock in the morning and they'll walk me through any of my problems. That is valuable to me. WordPress does take some learning. There are definitely some easier sites to use to make a website, but I love WordPress because it gives me almost unlimited functionality and is also really effective for search engine optimization. There are pros and cons to everything. I'm just telling you my favorite. You do your research and find what's best for you. While researching, keep in mind your search engine optimization, if it's responsive and user-friendly, if the companies provide good customer service, and if it's at a good price. But most importantly, reliable. You don't want your website going down every day. What a hassle. Remember that you get what you pay for, and find an appropriate company that provides the services you need at an appropriate rate. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the like button, comment, subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you have any questions for an upcoming tip video, let me know.